let's extend this discussion on the static specification. So we'll say here it is static uh, specification method. Okay, and this is already we have understood the concept. Now here we are going to have an example. Okay, say for example, we have now the mechanism something like this. Okay, so this is again the same. You have got OS. This is say 100K, and this specification contains say 900K. So here what we have divided, like how we are going to do is this particular way. We have got a table now. So based on this particular table only, uh, we are going to decide our software part also. Okay, so here it is like the number of partitions. Okay, number of partitions. So how many number of partitions we are going to have? Say for example here, we are going to have a 6 number of partitions. Okay, so 6 number of partitions means all those partitions are going to be fixed size. So you have got one partition here, you have got second, third, this is fourth, this is fifth and sixth. So how many partitions you have got? 6 partitions. Then the size of partition is say all are equal size, and the size is here 150K. Okay, so you have PID, that is partition ID. So here say you have got 6 rows here. Now you are going to have 6 rows here. Okay, so partition ID, then so certainly you have got locations also. Say for example this is 0, so this is 149, and likewise this is going to be 900. Okay, so this is okay. From this is it is 300, so it is say 299. Then this is 349. Okay, uh, so this is no, this is 449, right? This is right. Like every time you're going to like add 150, 150, 150 here, it is like this. Okay, so this is going to be a 599. Then this is going to be 749, and likewise. So it is those portions. So now what is going to happen, that these boundaries are being marked by the bound registers, like so that the task which is allocated into a certain portion, a certain partition will not access the area outside the partition. So this is important. So you have got a partition ID. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since it is going from 0 to 6, 0 to 5, so there are 6 partitions. Okay, so this we are going to say PS. That is PS stands for partition size. PSZ. Okay, so it will say it is Z as subscripted form. Okay. Okay, so this is 150 partition size, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150. And with every partition, we are having a status. Okay, so we are having a status. So it is, this is going to be a free, this is going to be free, this is going to be free, this is going to be free, this is free, and this is free. Initially, all are free, right? So, so task and fragment. We are going to calculate a fragment here. Okay. So initially we don't have any task, no fragment, so it is a 150 only. Okay, it is, since it is free, the fragment is of 150k. Okay, so because we don't have a task. Okay, so let's go up here. So and this is allowing me to go for multi-programming. Okay, so now here, if I have got a, I have to think in this way, the software part also. So here, if I have T1, T1 is of say 110k. I have T2. T2 is of say 100k. I have got now T3 of 210k. I have got T4 of say 90k. I have got T5 of say 50k. I have got T6 of 10k. I have got now T7. This is what is my queue actually. T1, T2. There are 1, 2, 3 ordinals are standing from their place in the queue. So this is T7. T7 is of say 140k. Okay, so in total, in all, if I say sum up, this is like say, this is say 100 plus 110 plus 50 plus 210 plus 90 plus 10 plus 140. So 90, 10, this is going to be 100. Then this is going to be 210. Then this is again 210, and this is 50, and this is 140. So this is 250, right? This is 260 and 210. So total is 100, 720k at max we have to allocate, right? 720k at max we have to allocate it. This is just for summation purpose, like how much memory that I am going to allocate. Okay, so since as a matter of fact, what we need to have, like as a start, you can work, you can also contribute here. Start now. You have got a task. So simple case, we are going to check is is task size is less than or equals to PSZ, right? If the task size is less than or equals to partition size of, say for example, ith partition, whatever the partition we are going to have. So ith partition, if, and this I partition will go from 0 to 6, 0 to 5. So this is task size is less than the partition size, and and partition status of particular I is equals to what if it is free, right? If the task size is less than equals to size of the partition and partition status is free, then I'm going to have if it is no, if it is yes. Okay, so let us take a task T1. Task T1 is how much? 110k. 110k, is it less than, say, like I'm going with I equals to 0 now here, where I'm going to refer it I is equals to 0. So I'm looking at zeroth partitions. Okay, so from the table it is understood that zeroth partition size is 150k, task part size is 110k, and the most importantly, the status of this particular zeroth partition is free. So if it is this, and if I am if the condition is being satisfied here, so what is going to be done here? What is going to be done here? The task T1 is getting allocated here. So task T1 is getting allocated, and instead of this status free, it is allocated, and the fragment is being calculated as 150k minus what is the size of the task. The task size is 110, so I'm going to have a fragment of 40k. So which tells me that, so this is how it is going to look like. This is going to look like, okay, so this is going to be my fragment of, this fragment is of 40k. This is 110k task 1. Okay, so this is good. So if it is allocated, if it is satisfying the criteria, what we are going to do, what we are going to do here, we are going to change, we are going to change, we are going to calculate the fragment, fragment as, fragment as size of partition minus size of task. Okay, so this is how the fragment is being calculated. So we have got a fragment here. Then we are going to update the status of partitions. Partition from free to allocated. Okay, from free to allocated, from free to allocated, which means that here the fragment is here the partition is allocated, task is T1, fragment is 400 for 40k. Okay, so if this is condition is false, simple case is you need to announce that not enough space to accommodate the task. We don't have enough space to accommodate the task here. Okay, so this is important, right? Right, and allocated, and then we are again going back to, from this particular point we are going back to here. Okay, so we are going to back to here. So let us try to go for this T1. Let us see T2 is task T2 size is less than the partition size. I is equals to 1 here. This is case I is equals to 1, because to zeroth partition it is not free, so it is immediately goes with the first partition. I is equals to 1, so it is 1, it is, this is satisfying the criteria, so this is going getting changed, so this is allocated, then this is going to be T2, then 150 minus 100 is going to be 50k. So T2 is again getting allocated as per the formula. Now let us look at, as per the software, let us look at T3 now. T3 for I is equals to 3, because 1, 0, and so I is equals to 2. So 0 and 1 is allocated, so like 150k. So here task size is now here, and it is 210k, which is not less than the size of partition. Size of partition is 150k, and this is still, this is free, but this is not done, so it is simply saying that announces that not enough space to accommodate the task in a partition, or you can say partition size is less than the size of the task. So you cannot do this, right? So let's look at this T4. T4 is 90k, so we are going to have here allocated, here it is going to be T4 minus 90, it is 60k free. So T4 is being allocated to I equals to 2, then T5 I equals to, let's look at 3. So this is going to be A T5 minus 50, it is a 100k. So T5 is there, T6 is equals to now 4. So simple case, you can go up with this is allocated, this is T6, sorry, this is 10, it is 110k, and at the last, when I is equals to 5, you have got this as allocated, right? This is allocated, and this is going to be T7, this is minus 140, so 10k. So if you look at here, you'll have almost uh, um, almost 200 and something like k is available, right? More than 200k is available. So means like 210, like here it is say 100 and this is 100. So here we are going to have this is T1, then you have got T2, you have got T4, right? You have got T4, you have got T5, you have got T6, you have got T7. So everywhere you have a different variable size of fragment. So this is going to be a 50k. So this is 90k total. Then you have got a 60k here. So this is 150 now. Then you have got 100k here, right? So this is going to be this fragment is of say 100k, right? Then you have got 110k available here. This is 110k, and this is only 10k available. So this is like this. Okay, so if you look at 90, 100, this is 90, this 200, 300, and 310. So this is around 310 is available. 300k is available. So like here, if it is 300k, then why cannot be like, if you look at the space available for this is 210, and we have, if we look at the free space which is available, it is 300k. So can we not accommodate this particular space to this? But since this space is inside the partitions, so the fragment is nothing but the fragment is nothing but here is the space seen or available within the partitions. Okay, so the space available within the partitions. So this is the free space. This is the free space available within the partitions. So this is most important. So you just have modified here, but you have modified here. This is what is the static partition means, and this is what is this static partition specification means. Now the dynamic specification, so this algorithm is going to be in this particular way. So in case of a dynamic partitions, where we are going to have an accommodation of a variable size partition, so the same mechanism that we are going to have it here. So the table will be slightly changed now. The table we are going to have, the process is same. We are going to check whether the size of partition, or whether we have the free or not status is like that, but only partition size we are going to change. Okay, that is PID, partition ID. We are going to create it on the runtime. So it is like that. So this is partition size, okay. Only we'll say partition size, right? Or say uh, okay, partition size. Then we are going to have this particular partition size with one variable, that is user available space. Okay, so you available space as initially we have 900k. Okay, so then we are going to have a status. Okay, with each partition, then we have a task size. Okay, so this is user address space available space. Okay, so instead of fragment, we'll say like that. Okay, so let us try to have a table something like here. Then you can devise an algorithm for this particular mechanism and let me know what exactly it is like that. Okay, so let us work at and we know that the partitions are variable, right? So I'm going to just to draw a structure here for you so that you can better understand, right? So this is OS and OS is 100k, and this space I know that this is going to be 900k. So let's look at this. So zeroth partitions we are going to have. So what we are going to check here, instead of this instead of this task size, what we are going to do is we are going to check uh, is is task size is less than or equals to user space available, user space. Okay, if it is less than this, right, this is say no and this is say yes. Okay, if this is then, if yes, then create partition of size equals to task size, set the status as allocated. Okay, and calculate user space again. Okay, and calculate user space again. Okay, so which means that our task is T1. So T1 is less than 900k user space. Yes, if it is less than 900k, what we have to create a partition. So we have got 0th partition here is of what? Is of 110k. Previously it was 150k. So here it was 110k. The status is allocated now. The task is, you are going to have task as T1. So simply, simple case, this is 900k minus 110. So this is 790 free. So for the next task, use what is the space which is available? This is 790k. Okay, so let's go with the second partition. So this is next partition you are going to create. So next partition which you are going to create is 1. So let us look at 2. So 2 is less than 790. Yes, it is say 100k. This is allocated. This is going to be 2. This is 690. Okay, then go for 3. Okay, then third partition, which we are not possible to accommodate this T3 into static specification, we are going to have it here, this 210k available. We are going to make it as T3. Okay, and it is T3, so which means that 690 minus 210. So this is 480. Okay, so simple case is here, you have got 480k space available. Okay, so then you go for fourth T4 is 90k. So 90k. So this is allocated. This is going to be T4. This is 360. Okay, then you have got 5. Pi is 50. Pi is 50. Say this is allocated. Then this is going to be T5. Then this is 310. Okay, now 6 is 10, which is allocated. 10 is allocated, so which means this is going to be T6, this is 310, so this is going to be 300. Okay, so T7, this T7 is say 140K, so it is accommodated. This is going to be T7, so this is 160K free. So which means at the end, how much you are going to have? This is 160K free. Okay, at the end, what do you have? You have almost 160K free. So means what? This 160K allows allows for uh, allocating any task in queue, which is placed into a queue. Any task which is placed into a queue, right? So this is going to be like this. So you can have T1 here, you can have T2, you can have T3, you can have T4, you can have T5, T6, and T7. So if you look at static versus dynamic, this is a dynamic specification. Dynamic specification. Now, in this specification, what we did is we have created a task on the size of the partition on the size of the task, and we have accommodated all, and we have maximizes the utilization. So benefit or advantages is like this is maximizing say, utilization of memory. Okay, but still this is slightly overheads are increased. Overheads are increased. Okay, slightly overheads are increased. Okay, they are not much significant, but slight increase into the overheads. Okay, so that's it for the this particular